Well, good morning, traders, and welcome to followmetrades.com day trading bootcamp information session. Really glad to be here. And I know some of the folks who are here are existing customers, and you guys have seen me a variety of times. Maybe some of you are new, you haven't been to one of my webinars before. I'll turn my camera on just briefly here. And hey, I just want to say, good morning. I'm Dean Jenkins, founder of followmetrades.com. And I'm really excited to talk about this new training that I'm offering for day trading bootcamp, and it's going to kick off next week on January 11th. So this session is an information session to provide some details about that program and to answer any questions that you have. So I'll turn the camera off now, so that's not a distraction, but I did just want to say, hey, welcome. Thanks for being here. All right. Well, without a bunch of preamble, let's just jump into it, right? Don't you hate those webinars? You sign up for some training or some information and you got to sit through 15 minutes of, whatever. All right. Why are you here? You're probably here because you're interested in day trading. You saw my invitation. And, I'm going to launch this day trading bootcamp next week. And so you heard about it. You want to find out more about it. I assume that's why you're here. And Casey's here and says, good morning. And it's 9 degrees in Northwest Indiana. Yee, that's cold, man. It got down into the mid-20s here, and I'm just south of Seattle. Last week after Christmas, we thought that was cold. And by the way, make sure you can locate that chat feature in the Zoom platform. Definitely want to make this interactive. Have you ask questions as we go. This whole thing's for you, right? To get your questions answered, to provide you information. But thanks for the good morning there, Casey. All right. Like I say, you're probably here because you were interested in day trading and the program I got coming up. This session is to provide information and to answer questions. So by all means, ask your questions as we go here. All right. And Edmund says, good morning. Happy New Year. Edmund, you're from Australia, if I remember. If not, sorry. But I think I recall your name from down under. But, glad you're here no matter what. Hey, Paul, good morning. Glad you're here as well. I always appreciate, we do a live trading room just about every trading day and various seminars. And, the customers who show up are just friendly, good folks. Really appreciate that. All right, we're here to provide some information and to answer questions. So, day trading. Hey, day trading's hard. I think it's one of the hardest, approaches to trading there is. Longer time frames are easier. And actually, the stats show that very few people succeed at day trading, and there's some reasons for that. And really, what I am here to provide kind of addresses those reasons, right? Day trading, it's hard, but it's not complicated. Right? One of the reasons people fail maybe is they overcomplicate it. What you need to succeed at day trading is you got to trade the right instruments. Right? You got to trade highly liquid things that that move. Right? There's some stuff that you could trade that maybe is not a good idea. So you need to trade the right instruments. You need simple, repeatable trade setups. Right? Just high probability. You've heard the trend is your friend, right? You just need to know intraday. Intraday, there's a lot of different trends, right? It can go up, it can go down, it can go up again, it can go down again, right? You just need some simple setups to go with those moves, right? You got to have risk management. Some trades are going to lose, man. That's just life, right? Trading is a numbers game. You got to approach it like you're a casino owner, right? Knowing you're going to lose some, but at the end of the day, you made more than you lost, right? Hopefully much more. You got to have patience and discipline, because sometimes you sit down and you're ready to trade intraday and you go, okay, I'm here, rub your hands together in front of your computer. All right, let's trade, man. And you look at it and there's just no good high probability setups. And so you have to wait, and then you have to wait, and then you have to wait. And, sometimes the best trade is no trade at all. So it takes absolute patience and discipline to only take the very best trade setups and to just pass on it. And then once you're in a trade, to follow your trading system and your rules, right? Because emotion can kick in there. So I can teach you what you need. I've been trading a long time. I've day traded a lot, and over the last year, I really refined and simplified some day trading setups and management and stuff that I'm going to teach in this boot camp, and I'll show you the results I'm getting. Right, and I want to say right up front, don't expect to get rich day trading. You can make good money, right? But you've seen the ads and you've heard the hype, right, about people. Hey, you can take $5,000 and turn it into $1 million. Come on, you guys know better than that, right? And to day trade, to actively day trade, you need a 25K account. With most brokers, there's a pattern day trader rule where you got to have a 25K funded account in order to place intraday trades. Some brokers will let you like Thinkorswim, TD Ameritrade. They'll let you place 3 day trades in a week, right? If you have less than 20K and then 25K, and then they'll cut you off and you can't, right? Can't do it. They'll let you get in, but they won't let you get out. So you got to be aware of that. Intraday. But this is what you need to succeed in day trading, and it's not complicated. So here's what I'm going to cover today. All right, what's included in my day trading bootcamp training? I'm going to cover that. Some details about the trade setups, more about my automated intraday algorithm that is really cool, the results I've been getting, what to expect in the live trading sessions, and then there's a pre-sale discount. This thing launches next week on the 11th. And so before it launches, there's 50% discount for the program. After that, it goes up. All right, please ask questions as we go. Use the chat box in the Zoom platform. This session is absolutely for you, for your benefit. We're recording this, and I'll send the recording out. All right. So what's included in the bootcamp intraday setups? So I'm going to explain the setups, very simple, repeatable setups using indicators that are free, that are on all major legitimate trading charting platforms. There is no software to buy. Don't you hate that when you go, oh, I'm going to buy this course, and then I find out I got to buy something to do the course, and something else, and all of a sudden you're way deeper than you thought. That's not a good model. So there's nothing to buy, right? You buy the course, as long as you got Thinkorswim, TradeStation, something like that. You got everything you need. All right. And these setups apply to indexes, individual stocks, futures. Some people like to trade futures. The setups absolutely apply ETFs, and you can use options if you're trading the stocks or the ETFs. All right. I'm going to teach how to scan for and find intraday setups for individual stocks. Not every stock is good, right, for day trading, and there's some criteria for that. We'll cover it and how to scan for it, find it. I'll cover, a different thing, which is a simple, safe, non-directional option play for the indexes every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. A little more about that coming up. And Casey says, oh man, he was looking forward to expensive and complex upsells. Yeah, go Google trade, day trading training. You'll get plenty of those. There are people offering that. They'll help you get rich, and they'll upsell you to death. I'm trying to be realistic here. Okay, you're going to get 1-year access to my automated intraday algorithm that identifies stock ETF candidates that are breaking out and may have good intraday setups. Right? This is not a black and white, black box kind of thing. You get a signal, you go trade. What it does, though, is a really good job of identifying high quality tradable stocks that are doing something unusual. I'll show you how that's working. You get some written training materials for all this. You'll get a recorded live training session. So I'll do a webinar like this where I'll walk through the training. I will explain it all. I'll record it, and then you'll have access, ongoing access to that written material and to recorded live session. And then I'm going to do a full week of live demonstration of everything we talked about, at least 2 hours a day. And we'll see how the markets go. We could go longer. And you get membership in a 24/7 discussion room with the other traders who sign up for this, sharing ideas, what trades, that's a real time, it's a forum, it's a chat room, right, that you'll have access to. So everybody who goes through the training has access and can talk to themselves, to each other. You can always talk to yourself, but you can talk to each other, and myself and the other team members here at Follow Me Trades will be answering questions, jumping in as well. So that's going to be part of what you get with the program. All right, you do not need to purchase any additional software. All you pay for is the training, right? Big, bold letters, risk control matters, right? This is the key to successful trading, whether you're swing trading, long-term trading, day trading, whatever you're doing, risk control matters. All successful trading requires it. Some trade's going to lose, having healthy trading statistics, your win ratio, your payout ratio, it's key. I'll teach it in the course, how to do that specifically for day trading. All right, keep your winners big, losers small. That's all you gotta do, right? I'm going to teach you how to scan for day trading candidates, right? I'll explain the criteria for good day trading stock, how to find it, right? Not every stock's good for day trading. You want high liquidity, deep options market. You know, you're really, if you're going to trade stocks, intraday options is the way to go. So ideally, you want, you know, deep option market for an equity, and ideally weekly expirations. You want tradable volatility. So, you know, crazy volatility is hard to trade, right? But a stock that just sits there flat and does nothing, it's kind of hard to trade too, right? If you're looking for moves, directional trade. So you want tradable volatility. I'll explain this in detail, how to find stocks like this as part of the training, right? And I'll also provide you a current list of the great candidates that I've already screened for. There's about 60 ETFs and stocks that meet all my criteria. And you know, you can't keep track of 60, but that's what the alerts are for. Trade setups. I'm going to teach a simple chart and indicator setup and risk management, trade management. So, you know, the indicators that I'm going to show you and I use in my trading and teach you, they're available on the major charting platforms for free. And we only use a couple. We keep it, you know, overly complex charts with, you know, 12 indicators. It's too hard to interpret. We're mostly interested in price action. Got a couple indicators to help confirm, hey, is this going up or down? Because that's what we care about. The trade setups are simple and repeatable. You don't need complexity to succeed in any trading and day trading. Complexity actually works against you. So we keep it really, really simple and repeatable. We're just looking for trend breakouts and reversals. That's all we're doing, right? Is it going up or is it going down? That's all we care about. And if we look at, here's the S&P 500 SPY ETF. I like to trade this a lot. Here it is so far today. This is a 1-minute chart. So the market opened here at 6:30, right? It was heading up and there was a key reversal, right? Now, the simple indicators can show you, you know, it ain't going to tell you here, but it'll tell you about here. But hey, there's a real reversal happening and you could have traded this down, right? And then, hey, there's a real reversal happening here and you could have traded this up, right? That's what we're trying to do. Identify, you know, moves, critical, you know, real direction, right? With high probability. And, you know, it works most of the time. Paul's asking if we're going to use Vantage Point for the, no, we're not going to use Vantage Point at all for intraday trading. And you know, I just want to emphasize, you know, that's a third-party thing. You know, we use it in the swing trading, but you know, it's not needed for day trading, and there's nothing else to buy, so you don't need to have Vantage Point. All right, and I won't be using it for this. It's got its place, not here. All right, we're just looking for trend breakouts and reversals. I'm going to show you high probability entries, you know, just the setups with simple indicators and interpreting price action, how and where to set stops. You know, before you take any trade, you have to determine, where would I exit this trade, right? If it goes the wrong way, where will I get out? And that point has to be a very small loss. And as the trend develops, so you get in it, goes your way, you're making profit, you move that stop, right? And you move it according to price action, not, you know, just some arbitrary percent trailing stop, right? I'll show you how to do that, right? When to take profit and when to close trade, critical trade management, right? So all this will be documented in a written study guide, you know, PDF that you can download and read. There'll be a recorded live training video session where I walk through it, demonstrate it, and then I will demonstrate the trading, everything we taught in actual live trading. I will take live trades. You know, I'll show my screen. We'll look at the charts. We'll look for setups. If they're there, I'll place the order in my own account, demonstrate it, and we'll record that too. So we'll do that for a full week, right? So not only going to teach it, right, in writing, teach it in video, then we're going to go demonstrate it. You can watch real time, follow along, and if you choose, place the trades with me. one of the things we're going to teach is this weekly index option setup, right? So there's a unique thing for the index option. So major index ETFs like the SPY and the QQQ, they have options that expire Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 3 times a week. That can create a real opportunity. I'll show you a day trade option setup to take advantage of this. And it requires, you got to have option approval at your broker to buy, sell spreads. So you need that. Most brokers call that level 2 approval for options, right? It's not for everybody, but it's a cool setup. And it's non-directional. We look for some certain criteria Monday, Wednesday, Friday. If it's there, we go put this trade on, and it's based on a combination of spreads, right? And then we'll see how it works out. It has a high reward to risk ratio, meaning it will make more if it wins and it will lose if it fails, if you follow the rules. Right? Options are leveraged, don't follow the rules, and you can get burned. All right. But if you follow the rules, it's a high reward to risk ratio, and it's been working pretty good. Bill's asking, will the live trading be next week or sometime in the future? So the course launch is next week on the 11th. We're going to do the, and I got a schedule coming up here. Let me get to the schedule page, Bill. We'll answer that. I just want to make sure I have the right. I don't want to wing that and then be confusing. All right. So this is a good point. I'm talking about great setups and trade management, risk management. Is it working? So here's my results using what I'm going to teach you. And I spent a lot of last year refining this. Once I kind of locked it down, I started, using that system repeatedly with no changes, last summer. And you can see I don't trade every day. I don't day trade every day. Sometimes I'm doing webinars like this. Sometimes I got other things going on. Sometimes I look at it and the market's flat. It's not doing anything. And sometimes I don't feel like it, whatever. I don't want to spend 6 hours a day every day in front of the screen day trading. Some people want to, that's cool, right? So over this period, I traded 27 days and an average of about 2 hours for those days that I did trade. And I traded 51 trades, and that had a 48% win ratio. But the most important thing was it had a 1.8 to 1 payout ratio, meaning the winners were nearly double the losers. And I made $2 grand based on a 20 grand account. Right? I was placing orders and using risk control based on a 20 grand account. So over 27 days, or about 2 hours a day, increased the account by 10%, made $2 grand. Right? And that's doing what I will teach you. Now, in addition to this, I was doing the index option strategy, right? And it's 3 times a week, so you don't have as many opportunities, and sometimes the criteria isn't met. But I ended up doing this 15 times. I got 10 winners, 5 losers, payout, a win ratio of 66%, and a payout ratio of 2.3 to 1. So the winners were more than double the losers. And my net P&L here was 847. So this was during the same period while I'm doing, the intraday kind of swing trade, thing that I showed on the other. So the total during this period was $2,800, right? Excuse me. So, then that's about 27 days of trading during that period. So that's not, this is pretty decent results, right? We're making money, and you can see some trades lose. And so what I want anybody who's interested in this, anybody who signs up, I want you to be absolutely realistic. If you've been around me or seen my presentations, right? I don't overhype stuff. I try to keep things real, right? And I'm saying, you're not going to get rich, right? But on a 20K account with 27 days, a couple hours a day spent, increasing it by 10%, that ain't bad, right? That's not a bad return on your time, right? So you spend a little bit more time, you could do more. It's up to you whether you think that would be worth your time. And it also depends on your account size and your ability to follow the trading plan. You could do better, you could do worse. But those are the results I was getting, and they're pretty good. Sean is asking, how bad will short-term cap taxes affect returns for day trading. It really depends on your personal situation, Sean. There are, you can day trade in an IRA, and that's what I prefer, because then you don't have short-term capital gains. You only get taxed when you pull the money out, right? You can trade all you want as actively as you want in a deferred account. So that's my choice. And trading futures has a different thing. Your gains are are classified as income at the end of the year. It's not like short-term capital gains on every trade. There's a unique thing there. As always, check with your CPA, your financial advisor, do research on that. Right? But if you are day trading in a standard brokerage account that's not deferred, excuse me, stocks, options, whatever, yeah, there will be short-term capital gains implications for that. And TR says buy and hold and SPY 2021 better than day trading. Yeah. Yep. And that's good until it isn't, right? If you want to be a buy and hold investor, by all means, go be a buy and hold investor. I promoted this as a day trading training, and that's what we're doing here. Some people like to day trade, and the fact that the indexes all really had a strong year last year was amazing and awesome, but not every year is like that. And some years they lose a lot, and some years after several years of run up, they lose 25, 30, 40%, and that will happen someday. So, you want to be a buy hold investor, by all means, do it. It's your money. We're talking about day trading here, right? And comparing their relative returns, I don't think is apples to apples. All right. Algorithm. So we do have a day trade candidate algorithm, and it's pretty cool. It's a proprietary system that identifies day trade opportunities. It's got a back-tested accuracy of 80% for short-term moves, meaning when it calls a signal, right, about 80% of the time that move ends up eventually happening, right? It sends out a lot of signals. Nobody can trade all of them. We won't recommend you try to trade all of them, but we can say, right? And it may have said, hey, go short this, and then it ended up closing down for the day, but it may have been volatile and hit a stop or something, right? But it calls the direction correctly about 80% of the time. And that's not bad, right? Here's Tesla. And I was just watching before we started the webinar, and we got a signal. Tesla long, and that was right before we started the webinar, right? It came out, you got a timestamp here at 10:34 Eastern. So that would have been 7:34 Pacific is when the Tesla long signal came out. So 7:34, right there. Right there, the Tesla long signal came out. So far, so good, right? So far, so good. And I can refresh this. This comes out, this is a web version, but it comes out in a app on your phone, and you get an alert when there's a trigger, right? So how does this algorithm work, right? We use standard, widely accepted day trading indicators. We use Chaikin money flow, CCI, Williams %R, PFE, you can read them, right? We combine those using proprietary weighting and some sophisticated filtering, and we generate signals for day trades. We send real-time signals to the app when the criteria is met. They're based on reversals and retracements of large trends or continuation of established trends. So when we look at this Tesla chart, when the signal came out, you can see came out here, a big move, and there was a reversal, and the reversal had to get confirmed and trigger a handful of weighted indicators. Well, yeah, that really is heading up, right? And it is. Can't call the bottom, right? But you can tell when it definitely has reversed and something big is going on. The algorithm automatically has about 60, high quality day trading candidates And then each morning it looks at, okay, what are the top 20 that are having the most movement today? And those are the ones it's going to then focus on for signals. So it's not going to send signals on 60 charts per day. It's going to focus on the top 20 that are actually moving. So the course includes 1 year of access to these automated signals. So pretty good. And TR says volatility likely to dance around this year. Yes, I think so. I think so. I think we could have some, kind of up and down, up and down. We could have a fairly good sized correction. We'll just have to see. Right? But day trading, you want, some good volatility. You can do well. Yesterday would have been an amazing day to day trade the S&P 500. Here's the SPY ETF on a 10-minute chart. And the day, the market opened, I'm on the West Coast, so the market opened here. There we go. Market opened there, it was heading up, and then we started getting some down movement. We had a low, lower high, low, lower high. I'm going to teach how to interpret this in some different indicators, but there was a short called for right there. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That would have been, a really, really good short. You could have stayed with that the whole time. All right. And trades like that don't come along every day, but boy. So the training, what do you get? You get written training materials. You get a recorded live training session. We're going to do that on the kickoff day on January 11th at 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 Eastern. We'll record it. You'll have ongoing access, after the live training to the written and recorded training. And then we'll have a full week of live demonstration of day trading, using everything I taught and is in the material. I'm going to then look at charts and look for setups, point them out, explain what we're doing, and take live trades in my account during this. And that'll be for a week. They will start 8 a.m. on January 12th. We'll go through the 20th. That's a little bit longer week because we got the MLK holiday on a Monday. We kick this thing off on the 11th. We do the training. On the 12th, we start trading, and then we go for 5 full market sessions. We'll do it at least 2 hours. Right? If nothing's going on, we'll wrap it up. But if it's active, we'll just keep going. I will demonstrate all the training in live markets, placing live trades in my account right in front of you. That's as transparent as you're going to find. All right, summary, what do you get here? You get to learn high probability day trade setups, risk management, trade management. You get a complete trading plan for day trading. It's simple. Find out how to screen for good day trade candidates. You get a pre-screen list of good day trade candidates. You get algorithm-based alerts on potential trades. You get to observe live trading in real day trading, me doing it here. And you get to be part of a community of traders using these same techniques. I said earlier, you had access to a 24/7 discussion room where you can post comments and questions, talk to the other traders, and I'll be monitoring that and jumping in and offering thoughts and answering questions and sharing stuff as well. So that's everything you get in the program, right? The day trading bootcamp launches next Thursday, January 11th. Full price after the launch, going to be $997. Pre-sale launch, it's the first time we're doing it. So I want to get going and offer you a discount, for the first time if this is successful. We'll do this again for other folks, but then the price is going to be $997. You can do it this first time, $497, and I'd love to have you all be part of it. And let me put a link in the chat where you can go hit that. I'm going to send an email out with the recording. It will have this link as well. But if you think this is a good fit for you, you can jump in right now. Edmund's asking, will we need the Advantage software? Let me just scroll back to this slide in red. You do not need to purchase any additional software. Everything you need is on a legit trading platform like TradeStation, Thinkorswim, whatever. All right. You do not need to purchase anything after you pay for the training. You need a funded brokerage account. You need a trading platform. Okay. And Sean says, what's the cost of the first year to continue with the algorithm alerts? Good question. I do have an advanced trader club that includes the alerts and earnings trades and unusual trades, stuff like that. That's $97 a month to continue with the full package after your year. And if you're an existing PIX subscriber for my swing trades, then it's $57 a month. Les asked, do the returns shown earlier reflect the use of options? Absolutely. Yes. That is my preferred way to day trade is options. Some folks will tell you that day trading options isn't a good idea because of, there can be bid-ask spreads and whatnot. You pick the right instruments and that is not an issue. Tim's saying, if you're an existing customer, do you use the link or is there a sign-up page on the website? There is a page on the website, but that page on the website is just going to link to that order form that I just put there. Jose said, can you use NT8 for the indexes? That Ninja Trader? Is that what you're talking about there, Jose? If so, yeah, Ninja Trader should work fine. I've used Ninja Trader and in fact, I know it works fine. One of the things we're going to teach, I'm going to teach for indexes and for if you trade the index futures like the E-mini or the NQs, right? I'm going to show you a chart type that you may not have heard of before, and that is way better than 1 minute, 2 minute charts. Mark, the guy I work with, who's part of my team here, he developed the algorithm. When I turned him on to these charts about 3 months later, he goes, how did I not know about this? And he loves them. And that's the only way he'll day trade indexes now, is with these super cool chart settings. Les is asking, what is PFE? Where did you see PFE, man? Not sure. Bill, is it Heiken Ashi? No, it is not. It's way simpler than that. I've looked at Heiken Ashi and it's like, what? Here's a clue. Pure price, no time. Now I think Heiken Ashi, you could say that about that as well, but that's not what we're doing. Pure price, no time factor. Because what price is what matters. Price movement, price and volume, only realities in the market. Hey, thank you guys for showing up here. I sure appreciate you spending your time. I hope you found this helpful and it answered the questions that you have. And I'd love to have you be part of it. So don't, feel free to drop me a note if you have more questions. There's my email, dean@followingtrades.com, same email the invitation came from that got you here. And Casey says, is Mark the day trading friend was in one of the webinars in the past? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Mark has presented with me on the algorithm, on earning trading and some other cool advanced stuff. Mark's a great trader and a great guy. Edmund, hey, you're welcome. Thanks for being here. I'm gonna go ahead and stop the recording, but I'll hang out. So if you guys think of any more questions, but I don't want to have a bunch of dead time on the recording.